Alright, it is Sunday, April 18th, and I am back in the washroom that we just painted. 2 coats. Things are looking pretty good. Let's have a look at it. Everything seems fine. I have not yet taken, well, actually I shouldn't say that. There's one area over here that I'm having to touch up. Looks like there was this, I had previously indicated that it looked like there was a fist that may have gone through the wall here at some point. I don't know. But yeah, I've got a little bit to touch up here. Nothing to worry about though. The rest of it looks great. I have not yet taken off the green tape, but that is what I'm going to be doing next, to have a look at how all of the corners finished off. So let me do that right now. Alright, I have removed all of the green painter's tape, and things are looking, wow, incredible. This is really nice. Like, so you could see the corners look so professionally done. Remember, I had put in the white DAP silicone that is paintable, you know, to fill in these areas. And it turned out just perfect. So let's have a look up here as well. Look at that. Wow. You tell me what you think. Like, this turned out pretty good. I mean, it's not 100%, but it's pretty close. Right? So I'm really happy with the results. Everything worked out really, really nice. Right to the corners. Looking so much better. There used to be a gap in here. It didn't look very good. It was crumbling. There was, drywall dust falling out all over the place. Now it's looking finished. So I just have this area here to kind of redo, but that's not going to take much effort. I do have the mirror back in. So that's looking great. Gave it a little bit of a shine. It's looking perfect. I am gonna do something here, messing a bulb. And one more thing that I'm thinking of doing here is applying this, bathtub 100% waterproof translucent white silicone. It's kitchen, bath, and plumbing, to the corner areas of the tub. So all the way around the top, so that's going to basically help prevent any of my work from peeling off, right? Same thing for down here around the toilet. I have removed all of the old silicone that was in there. It was just the incorrect type of silicone, and we're going to apply this stuff right here. Got it from Home Depot. It was a little bit more expensive. This runs at about $11 a tube for 290 mils, but this is the right stuff to use, guaranteed for 20 years. So we're gonna give that a try, make things last a little bit longer. And also I'm gonna end up having to put the hardware back on here. We need that towel holder back on here. So still a couple things to do. I may even do a few touch-ups. If we take a look down here, I might actually just run some painter's tape along the wall and do some touch-ups to the baseboards here. So like I said, still a few things to do, but this is looking really good. So, still working here in the washroom area. I just discovered something and figured I'd put some time and effort into fixing it. Doesn't take much. Let me just show you what it is. Alright, so down in the vanity underneath, there's a register where you get heat blowing out onto your feet, waking up in the morning, don't want to step on cold floor. Now what you normally will have is, let me just show you here. There's basically, there's a vent that comes up from the floor here. And then what happens is there's supposed to be something that'll guide the air out. And this piece here was basically just lying flat. And it wasn't doing anything. It wasn't doing its job. And it's supposed to be in this shape here that you could see. And I went ahead and used some really nice, good strong Gorilla duct tape, taped it together, and I also kind of taped it down as well so it doesn't move. And now the heat will come up out of the floor and be directed outwards properly, the way that it should be. So figured I'd just take the time to do that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tack down this piece here, maybe give it a little bit of a paint job. I know it's not in the greatest shape, but it's still not too bad. I'm just going to tack it down with my brad nailer and then maybe give it a coat of paint, and we should be good to go. Okay, so while I am waiting for things to dry down here so I could proceed, I went ahead and tested out a 100% waterproof silicone made for kitchen and baths, and I applied it to this area of the bathtub here, or the shower right at the very top, and basically it turned out perfectly. It's easy to work with. It does have a bit of a shine to it. It's translucent white, but very little white. And it will protect this edge from ever, peeling because of water damage or anything like that. So I think it turned out absolutely perfect. Really enjoyed working with the product. And it's made by Mono, and like I said before, it's about $11.97, $12 a tube, but I mean, you really don't need a whole lot of it. So that worked out well. I am now going to try it out in the kitchen area along the countertop, and we'll see how that goes. Well, let's have a look at that. Okay, so what I've done here is I've taped it off so that I only get the silicone in the place or in the area that I want it to be. So what I think the goal that I'm trying to achieve is that it basically acts as a adhesive and glues down the previous work that I have completed, because the last thing I want to have happen is to have this peel up and cause a problem. So let's have a look again at the product. It's Mono Silicone Max, and this is not paintable, so something to keep in mind, but specially made for kitchen, bath, and areas where you don't want any kind of water damage. So I'm going to apply this, spread it out using my soapy water and my finger, and we'll see how it turns out. All right, it only took a few minutes. You want to be quick when you're working with this product, because it does start to set pretty quick. So I ran along, spread it out with my finger and my soapy water, and then what I did was I quickly took the tape off, because what happens is the excess ends up basically spreading out onto your tape, and when you pull the tape off, you'll end up having a little bit of a ridge. And so I once again used my soapy water, my finger, ran my finger along the edge just to kind of smooth out that ridge, and it turned out perfectly. I'm really happy with the results, and I think that this is going to help adhere the previous paint that I applied to the paintable caulking to the actual countertop, because I kind of overlapped it by, I don't know, 2 or 3 millimeters, you could see there. And I think this is really going to help with just making it all last quite a bit longer. So really glad that I did this. Again, this is what I used right here. It does have a strong smell to it. I don't mind it, and I'm sure it's going to dissipate within, 24 hours or so. But yeah, it's quite potent, really does smell like silicone. It's 100% waterproof, and works like a adhesive. So something I've learned today is that bathrooms take a very long time. It's near the end of my day. I'd like to get back home, spend some time with my family. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue on tomorrow. I don't have much left to do, but here's what I've completed so far. So I've done some repainting of the baseboards. I did repaint also around the doorway as well. What I'm doing is basically just kind of painting the sides of the trim. And then down here at the bottom of the vanity, I've repainted this area here. I've also had to do quite a bit of cleaning down in this area as well, but the cupboard is all nice and clean now, looking much better. And I've repainted the trim piece right at the back and behind the toilet. I've reinstalled some hardware as well, those little caps that go on the end of the shower rod there, curtain rod. And so, yeah, a few things left to do. Install the handle there, and double check, see if anything needs any touch-ups down in this area. I have retouched the wall in this area, so that's looking much better. And yeah, so not a whole lot left, but still, nevertheless, I'm not 100% complete, but should be sometime tomorrow.